there's one team out there that I would consider a sleeper to finish number 1. They're currently sitting outside the top 5 at number 7, and that's the Oregon Ducks, already loaded at the top of this class with number 1 wide receiver DeCorian Moore, 5-star wide receiver Dallas Wilson, 5-star Trey McNutt, cornerback Brandon Finney, and Dorian Brew, just to name a few. The Oregon Ducks, though, they are sitting outside the top 5, but Chad, there is a path for them to potentially finish number 1 overall.
Yeah, I mean, we've just talked about Jakeem Stewart. You know, I'll let Steve pronounce the quarterback's name,
Jaron Key Sagapulatelli.
Yeah, I don't want to butcher that up. You do a good job.
Don't be scared, Chad. Don't
jump
be
in the water head
scared.
first.
Obviously, hey, they're also involved with a guy like Caleb Burns, linebacker from Houston, Texas, committed to Baylor right now. We've kind of been trending that direction since the OV back in September. They're not going away with Lincoln Cure as well, an elite tight end from Kansas who is likely to visit Eugene again one more time to make sure if he wants to stay with K-State or flip to Oregon. But, yeah, they're very much in play to make a big push, big move in these final few weeks.
The thing about Oregon, Josh and Chad, is that they have the 3 5-stars, DeCorian Moore, LSU trying to make a late push there, but I like him to stick with Oregon. Dallas Wilson, all those in-state programs have been on Dallas Wilson, but we still like him to stick with Oregon there. Another 5-star. Then Trey McNutt, he's been locked in. Jaron Keys Sagapulatelli, Jaron Key Sagapulatelli. Excuse me, it's Jaron, not Jaron.
We thought the last name was.
See, I didn't.
We were going to get caught up.
That's why I didn't dive in.
The first name.
That's why.
Yeah, so it's Jaron. He is a guy that could ultimately finish as a 5-star. And if Oregon lands him, that's a 5-star quarterback coming into their class. That certainly makes them a sleeper to finish number 1. Lincoln Cure out there. He's the number 1 tight end right now per the On3 industry player rankings. So there is definitely Jakeem Stewart, 5-star. They have the guys on the board.
There's firepower out
to
there.
finish number 1.
Right.
And as we kind of talk it out loud here, if we think Oregon leads for Jaron, if we think that they lead for Jakeem, I think if I'm not a math major. Yeah, they could flip Naeem Offord. Maybe they're the favorites. I'm over here ringing the bell for Georgia. Like, we got Oregon listed as a sleeper. I'm talking it out loud here. I'm doing the math over here. I mean, they could finish number 1. There was a top 5 class last year.
They also got to play a little defense. One of their top 5 rated players, Brandon Finney, right there, the number 5 cornerback in America, number 51 overall, borderline 5-star.
Yeah.
You guys are predicting him to flip to Penn State.
I mean, they're playing defense on all 3 of those guys.
Yeah, they really are.
On 3 of the 4, but yeah.
But that's Oregon. You know, hey, Oregon's going to take some
recruiting.
big swings, and they're gonna flirt with these supermodels, and sometimes you might get burned a little bit.
I think Finney's probably trending away, at this point, But one thing about this class, just what they have right now, I see is like flash and excitement. Like I love DeCorian Moore. I mean, kind of a sexy receiver. Trey McNutt, super confident, that swag. Dorian Brew, all about business, wants to hit somebody, make plays. Just looking up and down. Then Dallas Wilson, kind of a man in his own world down there in Tampa, Florida, his own swag, his own personality. I look up and down this commitment list. I just see excitement, flash, swag. It kind of fits that Oregon, that Nike brand. If they can add guys, Naeem Offord, Jakeem Stewart, Jaron, the quarterback from Hawaii. Jaron
Key Sagapulatelli.
So add those guys, it gets that much more sexy in the end.
I'm in on Oregon being the favorite to finish number 1. The more that we kind of rip and roar right now.
All we had to do is talk through it, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we're doing here on the On3 Recruits channel. And it's the best recruiting discussion that you're going to find on the web. So make sure you're hitting like and subscribe for the Inside Scoop, the Simmons Scoop, the Wiltfong Whip Around. Live commitments are going to be on the On3 Recruits channel as we come down the stretch. So you're going to want to be locked in on all the best recruiting information. You're not going to find this kind of discussion anywhere else.
Only here, only on the On3 Recruits channel. Smash that subscribe button for me.